a little discussion about lead times. Lead times are the amount of time required to manufacture or process an item. In MRP, in 1.4.7, it's basically the elapsed time between when you need to issue the replenishment order and when it is received into stock. For scheduling, as we'll talk about later, that is the routing file and the work center file. If you look at the elements of lead time, first we have the amount of time we need for paperwork. That's the time to release the work order. And then if you send it to the stockroom to be picked, that's your pick time. That's what the guys in the warehouse are going to take to actually do the preparation. Then Q is the amount of time ahead of an operation that the work order sits waiting to be worked on. This is, as we'll see, a large element of manufacturing lead time. Then there's the setup, preparing the particular operation for the processing through that operation at that work center. Then the run time, which is the time performing the operation. Normally, the run time is stated by the router time times the work order quantity, and that will give you the total time to perform the operation. And then the work order will sit at the work center waiting to be moved to the next operation or work center for the move time. These 5 elements, queue, setup, run, wait, and move, are the 5 elements that are going to be used by operation scheduling and the CRP calculation to arrive at your total time through this particular work center. You can look at the operation lead times as the setup and run time, and then the interoperation lead times as queue, wait, and move. The interoperation lead times are unproductive. They don't add value to the part, but they do impact the amount of time that it takes to produce, so therefore your manufacturing lead time. As I said, Q is typically the largest portion of your manufacturing lead time, sometimes almost 85 to 90% of your total manufacturing lead time. So we want to see if we can control that, and we'll look at the input-output control process as a tool to control that Q. Actual lead time. What is actual lead time? Well, it's a function of what can you produce. What do you actually produce? That's what your actual lead time is. It's the available capacity, can be reduced by the mix of work orders and non-productive time, meetings, safety meetings, etc., and the mix of work orders that go through the process. It's also a function of that work order queue that we talked about. It's a function of the priority of both the operations and the order priorities. It's the position in the queue that the particular work order or item has, and whether you expedite or not. Basically, it's what you say it is, what actual lead time is. If you're overstating your lead times, it's going to take longer. If you're understating lead times, you're going to have everything late and expedited. So the basic rule is make planned lead time as close as possible to actual lead time. So you need to measure these elements, and we'll see how we do that with input-output control, and then make sure that at least on a weekly basis, you're going back into your planned lead times, either in your router operation or in 1.4.7 for MRP calculations, and make your planned lead times as close as possible to the actual lead time. That's going to make your MRP system and scheduling process work more efficiently.